Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the back. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy
turning it on! Running through contact. The 20, 10, touchdown Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he makes the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On the ground, it's Baxter. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a man, it's Owens. Dumps it to the back. That's caught, it's Baxter. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a gap. It's Clark. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Gets the back moving. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. There he goes. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Longhorns! Great job by the back on the option. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays. But how about the execution? execution, running and throwing the football. Wow.
That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Quarterback on the keeper. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Here's a heat. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Using his legs to buy some time. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They take a 4-point lead here in the second. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Makes the catch. It's Rocket. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Owens. That's reeled in, it's Baxter. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four-down territory. The offense still on the field. Fighting off the defender. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. They'll send the back in motion. The toss to the right. Just ran over it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Right back to the well. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Puts it out of the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Looking downfield on first down. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time on target. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. They'll run the sneak for it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Owens. Quarterback moving. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On the ground, it's Marshall. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He now has 84 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The screen, and watch out. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Now improvising. Oh, he got loose. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. Working that left side now. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick strike complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Clark. Breaks into the open. He'll pick up a few before going out of
just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Caught near the sticks. It's Lockett. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last one.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
I'll tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Owens. He's got it on the right, and he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Lockett. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal retired.
And that's a sneaky big two-point conversion right there by this offense. Like, cutting the lead now. They're only down by 3. I think this is big because you put some game pressure now on the other side of the football. This offense now knows they have to come out here, score some points, or this could get interesting.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So here comes the Michigan offense. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Rush is on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Steps away. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. They've got room at the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. The screen, he's got wheels. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the square.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Field goal is good. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 17 over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Got a man, it's Wingo. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking for room, it's Clark. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Owens. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab, it's Simon. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to
Touchdown, Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Butler. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Creates a little room. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might as well stick with it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab deep. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Simon. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll try to get outside. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra. There he goes! And tackled there by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
And they'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Still running at the 35. Flying down the right side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Owens. Here comes the Heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never...
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That's caught. It's Wingo. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
It's incomplete, a 4th down stop, and the turnover on downs. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other's